Ultimately, the better form that results from wearing minimal shoes means less injuries, better ground feel, and more control in your running.
As a group, running is a key element of our active lifestyles. It is important when running to be properly equipped with the correct style of shoes. We have all experimented with both conventional and minimalist running shoes, which has pushed us to become more educated on this controversial topic.
The idea of using minimalist running shoes is an extremely controversial topic based on both research and personal opinions of running experts. Some general history from Wikipedia regarding barefoot running explains that minimalist shoes are designed to mimic barefoot running while also providing protection from the environment, similar to a conventional running shoe. In history, barefoot was the way people ran to hunt and travel, and is now re-emerging in modern society as a result of influential figures such as Olympic athletes running barefoot. This idea became more popular and resulted in the invention of minimalist shoes. Experts and medical physicians then began weighing the pros and cons.
Context must be considered in assessing minimalist running shoes. When barefoot running was used in history, there were no roads or infrastructure. Ohio State University conducted a study on skeletons from the 1600s, and the average human was only about 5.5 feet tall. Also, people weighed less in the past because they did not have abundant access to food. Extra weight can contribute to additional strain on the joints while running.
Now we will discuss the mechanics of running with minimalist shoes versus conventional shoes.
Based on research by Steve Magnus, when the foot strikes the ground in conventional running shoes, the emphasis is placed on the heel, known as a heel strike. Conversely, when the foot strikes the ground in minimalist shoes, the emphasis is placed on the midfoot. In a recent study done at the University of Massachusetts, a prediction was made that landing on the heel expended more oxygen than landing on the forefoot while running, thus presenting the use of conventional shoes as a performance inhibitor. The results of the study disagreed with the prediction. Heel strikers used less oxygen than those who landed on their forefoot. Heel strikers expended less energy and could run faster and longer. Additionally, 32% of runners in the study reported injuries from minimalist shoes and reverted back to conventional shoes. According to a bodybuilding forum, minimalist shoes may seem very uncomfortable at first. This is because it takes time for the foot and ankle muscles to strengthen enough to compensate for the lack of cushioning in the shoes.
Among the studies that refute minimalist running shoes, there are equivalent amounts that support them. According to Steve Magnus, people have spent much of their time walking around in conventional shoes that have elevated heels, which weakens their Achilles tendons. The Achilles is meant to take on a large load and operates similar to a rubber band. During the impact of running, the Achilles stores energy and then releases it in a recoil fashion as the foot pushes off the ground. Running with a conventional shoe, which is cushioned, reduces the elastic storage of energy. Furthermore, Magnus highlights that some models of conventional shoes only allow the Achilles to store roughly 17% of kinetic energy. However, in minimalist shoes, the Achilles can store and return approximately 35% of its kinetic energy, which creates a spring function that provides more power and energy per stride.
Based on the principle of diminishing returns, people who first start running see vast fitness improvement, but as they progressively overload their workout techniques, the rate of improvement declines. This disappoints many athletes as they feel like they are hitting a plateau. To minimize disappointment and overcome the plateau, an athlete could try using minimalist training shoes. Since minimalist shoes are proven to increase the storage of elastic energy in the Achilles tendon, this would increase the power an athlete feels in every stride while running. This transition to minimalist shoes could refine their running performance. Every individual is unique in their attempts to incorporate aspects of health and wellness in their lives. Some may choose to listen to the facts that professionals, like the ones mentioned in this video, provide. Others may use personal experience to make their choices. For example, as a group, our consensus was that the minimalist shoes were uncomfortable for running and we didn't want to use them. Now, post-research, we understand that it takes time to adjust and that our ankle and foot muscles must strengthen. Generally, it is hard to assess the credibility of the sources and say yes or no to minimalist training shoes. Much of this research was done only in the last decade. Research must be generated for longer periods of time before real conclusions can be made on the long-term effects.